Okay, we are back. However, we have an unstable connection. So I'm not really sure what that's going to mean kind of long term. I think we actually did get disconnected because my session is shorter than the ads were. So I think we got disconnected and reconnected. Not totally sure. Um, I guess. So it's funny because there's like Stream Manager on Twitch, so you pull that up on browser, but then you have to use a third-party app to actually stream, which is OBS now that they got rid of my favorite. Oh, whoops. Now that they have gotten rid of Twitch Studio Beta, which I loved, I have to use OBS. And the thing is like, you see a delay, I also see a delay. So it's nice to have OBS up where you can see what you're actually recording in the moment. Whereas if you have the Stream Manager up, you're seeing the delay that everyone else is seeing. So in some ways, it's like more accurate, right? I'm keeping up with the audience or the viewer, but I also don't know what I'm doing in that moment. So like good examples, if I'm showing you a tarot card, I can't tell if you can see it, right? Because there's a delay. Which is just one example, and then whatever. But oh, it says the connection is good, so I guess I don't need to like watch this. I was gonna try to watch the Stream Manager. That's why I brought this up, so that I could see if it was like going unstable or if it disconnected, because OBS won't disconnect, but it will show that I'm disconnected on the Stream Manager. So I was gonna watch for that, but it says that my connection is excellent now. So I should update the people, because I literally was like posting on my side account, like, oh, I'm about to stream. And then I was like, oh, I'm unstable. But I think it would be a good update to say, never mind. We're excellent. Never mind. We are excellent. Come through. So, I'm coming back to streaming. I streamed last night and I streamed last week. So I'm trying to like make it a habit of streaming. And it's going good so far. I've streamed 3 times in a week. In less than a week. I think I streamed on Thursday. It may have been Wednesday actually. I think it was I streamed Wednesday and then Sunday and now Monday. So in under a week I've streamed 3 times. We're getting there. We are fucking so back. Yeah, but when I streamed on Wednesday, I think I started early. I want to say I started at like 10 o'clock. Maybe it was like 11. I had shared on my story, my side account, that like, oh yeah, I'm streaming. So a bunch of my IRL friends showed up that night, which was really cool. And I saw one of them today, and he was like, just telling me that he was so impressed with what I was doing, which I was like, thank you so much. I think especially when I am talking to myself, it impresses me too. When I'm having a whole conversation by myself, maybe it's insane, but also impressive to me that I could just talk. And like, sure, thanks for listening, thanks for being there, but when no one responds, I am talking to myself, even if I'm talking to someone, even if someone is there viewing, still talking to myself. And I told him, like, that's what really gets me feeling like it's a talent. but he said that the camera looked good and the mic sounded good, and that's just my internal hardware. That's just the laptop itself. So I would say we're in pretty good shape in that regard, which is good. Um, so gonna keep going because my mic cord, if you tuned into my streams, like it was probably 2 months ago, I don't think I streamed at all in October, but I do think I streamed a couple times in September. So if you were on in September, you know I was having mic issues where sometimes the sound would just completely cut out. So I just stopped using it. I need to replace the cord of the mic, and it would probably fix things. Like I don't think the mic itself is broken. I think it's just that I used some random cord I found that happened to fit the mic. Hey, no, you're not even that late. I've only been on for like 10 minutes and I was having difficulties with the connection. So all good. Thanks for being here. So the mic was cutting in and out, and it wasn't worth like not realizing that no one could hear me and then like coming back in and then it maybe getting disconnected again. So I just kind of gave up on it. But I do think if I replace the cord, I'm sure it wouldn't even be expensive to replace. It's literally just, it's not technically a USB. I don't know what the fuck it is, but my webcam completely died. I haven't even attempted to use it in ages because it just like would not even respond to being plugged in, and there's no like on off switch. So usually you plug it in and it lights up turned on. And one day it just stopped working. Which it was like probably a fairly inexpensive camera to begin with. Somebody got it for me as a gift, which was really nice of them. But they, were not in a position to indulge in like the highest tech or anything. So I think it was probably bound to just not break, but stop working, So the fact that someone complimented the sound and video of the stream had me feeling really good because I am constantly nervous about that. And I think that if I didn't have a ring light, the camera would not look good. Like I couldn't get away with lamps or overhead lighting. Like you need the ring light to kind of give that visual aid, basically. Also, I would like to address that I am wearing dark red makeup because now that I'm seeing myself in the camera, I look really tired and beat up. I'm not. It's red eyeshadow. I naturally do have a lot of color on my eyelids, but that is definitely makeup, and I'm not exhausted. I honestly, usually I'm out Monday nights and I stay out pretty late. Don't get home till like midnight. Usually, not drunk, but I'll be drinking and, ready for bed by the time I get home. But tonight, I got home early and I may have not started streaming until midnight, but I got home early and was like, you know what? I'm going to stream. No one's here. I got the opportunity, so I'm going to do it. And I wasn't really sure if I was feeling it, but I thought of my former self and how I wasn't always feeling like streaming, but I would just jump on stream and be very honest about that and just be like, I'm in a mood today. I was crying today. I don't feel good today. And I would just share whatever was on my mind. And I just wouldn't necessarily force myself, but I would just do it regardless of how I felt. So I try to honor my true self, my old self, by being like, yo, if you can stream, like, let's do it. It was also 11:11 on the session time when I said that. So in a way I forced myself, but in another way it was like, fuck it, yeah, exactly, pushing to do it again. I get 3 times in less than a week. We are so fucking thick. Hopefully, I'm trying to work it in best I can, whenever I can, wherever I can. Because last night I was in a different room, but I had nowhere to plug my laptop in, but it was fully charged, so I just streamed until my laptop died or was about to die. But tonight my laptop was dead because I didn't charge it all day after killing it last night. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it on the couch, and that way I can sit in front of the fireplace and I'm fucking cold, even in my big Kurt Cobain sweater, still fucking cold. And it's not even winter yet, y'all. It's not even winter yet. It's gonna get so much colder. It's probably like, well, it was 40 degrees earlier. There's a good chance the temperature dropped since then. Let's see, 30 degrees. 30 degrees out. That sucks. But it's nothing really. Like, oh God, it's gonna get colder. And what's crazy is like the last few winters haven't been as cold as some of the winters before. Like 10 years ago, I guess it was a little more than 10 years ago. Or maybe it was 10 years ago. I try to think of the order of operations in which I work. No, it was like more like 12 years ago. I was working at Baskin Robbins. And it was fun in the summertime. Come winter, oh my God. It was very cold that winter. It was very cold and very snowy that winter. There was one time I was on my way to my shift and I slid off the entrance ramp on the freeway. It was so snowy. And I had like a fucking, I must have still been driving my Nissan Altima. I slid off, and yeah, exactly. I'm talking about 2013, 2014 winter. So it's funny that you threw that in there. I slid off the entrance ramp. I called my boss like, yo, I don't think I'm going to make it to work. I'm literally stuck in a ditch on the side of the freeway. And they were like, well, maybe you can come after. Why? Who's King Ice Cream? When it's literally people sliding off the fucking road, right? Like, no. I really don't want to come in. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. And I didn't have AAA, and I feel like insurance didn't have like all the extra stuff that they have now. Like my current insurance will tow me, right? I don't know how many I get a year. I've already used like 2, which whatever. But I didn't really know what to do, and I just so happened to get, fuck you, I'll say that, I will tell you, fuck you. So some guy in a fucking pickup truck just so happened to be driving by and it's like, hey, you need some help? You want me to get you out? I'm like, yeah, I didn't even call anyone. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I'd only been driving for probably 3 years at that point. So, cool, yeah, come get me out of this ditch. And he just like hooked me up to his truck and pulled me the fuck out, and I went the fuck home. I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to work. And it's funny that actually happened twice, where there was one time I was driving to my cousin's house, and again, it used to snow a lot more. This was a couple years before, maybe even just a year before, probably the winter before. I was driving over there, and I fucking slid into someone's front yard. Thank God it was like the houses were all really far back, and they had really big front yards. But I did run over someone's garbage can. I like totally got stuck on their garbage can and was trying to move, not realizing the garbage can was under my car, and I totally destroyed their fucking garbage can. And some lady drove by and was like, hey, are you stuck? I'm like, yeah. And again, I was such an inexperienced driver. At that point, I'd been driving for a year or two, right? So it was only like my first or second winter. And she's like, oh, let me call my neighbor. He owes me one. Girl, you're going to use your favor on me, a stranger that doesn't even live in your neighborhood? Like, thank you so much. And so she called her neighbor and made him come with his pickup truck, and he pulled me out of the ditch. Well, you say not great winter luck, but actually really great winter luck. Because that happened twice. That people just showed up in a pickup truck and pulled me out. And the guy, when he helped me off the side of the freeway and nobody asked him to do it, he just stopped. He's like, I just want to believe that if it was my daughter out here, someone would stop and help her if I couldn't. And I'm like, thank you, because my dad doesn't drive a pickup truck. um, that was nice. The second guy, or the first guy, sorry, I told the story backwards. The first guy, he was not happy that she was cashing in a favor, but I think that he maybe liked her. I don't know. So he was like willing to show up for her, but he was really pissy with me. But he did it anyway, so I'm grateful. Because again, I didn't fucking know what to do. So I like walked the garbage can up to this person's house. I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry about your garbage can. And they're like, yeah, I saw. You saw, you didn't come out, you didn't say anything, you were just like gonna leave me in your front yard to deal with this. Like, that's so crazy. Nobody owes you anything, I guess. Which actually, I hate that. I hate that people have this mentality that you don't owe anybody anything. Like, I owe people my entire existence. I owe people my whole life. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I am a conglomeration of everything and everyone that's ever happened to me. And I owe them, and even to just pay it forward, to be there in the way that people were there for me. That is so crazy. The way people have invested in me, their time, energy, and money. The way people have supported me emotionally, physically, financially. Like, of course I owe people something. And this mentality, oh, it's so disgusting to me. You don't owe anybody anything. But, okay, a total random stranger whose garbage can I just destroyed doesn't owe me anything. No harm, no foul. They don't owe me shit. Yeah, it was kind of wild. They were just like, oh yeah, I saw you out there. Oh, cool. Well, here's your fucking garbage can, bro. I don't even think I offered money to pay for a new garbage can. And at that point, being 19 or 20 years old, I didn't know how much a fucking garbage can even cost. Like an outdoor, like, should I have offered them $20, $50, $100, $10? Like, I didn't know. So I didn't offer them shit and just said, sorry, because I figured, yes, there was a hole in it. And yes, it was bent the fuck up, but I thought maybe they could still use it. Yeah. And even if we knew how much a garbage can cost right now, it wouldn't cost the same then than it does now. It's probably way more expensive now. So we would have to like look into garbage can prices, you know? But the thing is like, I know like a little like bedroom, bathroom garbage can, just like basic, you know, that'll go $10 to $20. What? I know, just for the basic, it's crazy, but it's true. So I imagine like an outdoor winterized garbage can with a lid and everything, probably pretty decently expensive. Maybe expensive is not the right word, but I probably owed them. But you know what? You're a fucking homeowner in a fairly wealthy-ish city. I think you can afford a new garbage can, and I cannot afford you a new garbage can. So, whatever. Maybe I'm suffering through the karma of not offering to replace their garbage can, and that's why things don't work out for me. Or I can think of that when something doesn't work out for me. But like, it was the damn garbage can. Like a recycling bin didn't get, I know, for real. Or German prices today. I saw a TikTok about somebody going through the pharmacy being like, this is how much everything costs. And it was like, wow, that's insane. But our recycling didn't get picked up last week. I have a dumpster, so if they hit it, joke's on them. Not mine. That's gonna fuck your shit up. Not me. Don't matter. Big steel fucking whatever it's made out of. But we do have a recycling bin. Just a roll around, so they could hit that, but whatever. I didn't buy that either. Somebody else did. So if that happens, I will know that I'm the one who needs to replace it. But it didn't get picked up and it's full. And so now we have to wait another couple days to put it back out and hope it gets picked up. And now that I'm telling this story and thinking of this incident, I'm like, ah, yes, the recycling didn't get picked up because I didn't buy them a trash can. And things don't work out. I gotta remember, oh shit, I've got some backed up karma from who knows where. You know? It is what it is. So, anyway, yeah, winter, not as cold, not as snowy. That winter that I was working at Baskin Robbins, oh, not only did I get stuck in a ditch on my way to work, there were days that it was literally like -15 outside. If you can fathom, depending on where you're watching from, some of you can fathom, some of you cannot fathom -15. And when I say -15, I mean -15 plus wind chill, making it feel like -30 when the wind blows. Whew, it was cold. It was cold. And I try to remember that when it's 40 degrees, 30 degrees, I'm like, damn, it's cold. Like, it could be so much colder. It could be so much colder, right? So that winter was particularly cold. People were dying. You know what I mean? It was awful. -30 out, right? So I'm going to work in the middle of the morning to go sell ice cream. Like, no. Who fucking wants ice cream? I had mental breakdowns like every day working that job because I was there by myself and like no one would come in. So I'd be like, why am I even here? But then if somebody did finally come in, I'd be like, fuck you. You are the reason that I'm here right now. Fuck this. And there's no way it didn't cost them more to stay open than it did to be closed on days like -30 out. And so I'd be going to fucking work, freezing my ass off, not wanting to get out the car, even though they had a parking lot. It's not like I had to park down the street or something. They had a parking lot. Quick walk into the building, but you gotta stand there and unlock the door and shit. Like, oh, it was so cold. And then you get inside, and the fucking deep freeze at Baskin Robbins, or at least the one I was at, was set to -15 degrees. It is not cold enough to be at 32 degrees, which is the freezing point. I'm talking Fahrenheit, right? Oh, my God. So I just couldn't escape the cold because you have to go in there and you have to fucking pull out tubs and look for the right flavor that you have to refill. Or we made cakes, so you have to go in there and fuck around with the cakes. And oh my God, it was just, that was one of the worst winters of my life. Worst winters of my life. Like I said, I was just having mental breakdowns like every day. And I think it'd be different. Hey! Oh, hey! I'm so glad I posted. And now we can follow you back. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, it's another IRL friend. Yeah, we were just talking about winter. You know about winter. I don't know how long you've been here. I don't really like address exactly where I am, but you are where I am. And then I posted on Instagram where I'm at, generally speaking. Holy shit, it's Joey Van. You are trouble, aren't you, Joey? I'm trying to remember. I recognize your name out the gate. Oh, yeah, you are trouble. You are trouble. Remember we were going to do Taco Bell or something? We were going to stream us eating Taco Bell. Crazy to see you here, Joey. You are also, I can't remember when I met you, but we met IRL too, I'm pretty sure. Even if, New Year's Eve 2 years ago, maybe? Somewhere else there, right? Um, yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay, I was saying the New Year's thing before I saw your message. Yeah, we're on the same page. It was New Year's for sure. So, I remember. Um, yeah, we all in the cold. We all in the, I don't want to call it the tundra because that seems insulting, but goddamn, it's so cold. But that's why we gotta be grateful for like 40-degree days and 30-degree nights because it could literally be -30 out. It could be -30 out. So just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big snow plow, banks of white roads, little salt truck in the back. That was actually the perfect cover, perfect rendition of that song. Though you may not have a down jacket, just remember, brothers and sisters, you can still zip it. Just be thankful. Thank you. Thank you. I love to sing. And so when people compliment my singing, it makes my day more than literally anything else. Prime sub? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you? Oh, I don't know. Do they still do that? Like your Prime account, you get a free subscription? I don't know if they still do that. Also, somebody subbed to me the other night, and this is saying I don't have any subscribers. So that's not good. If he got charged, I gotta let him know. Whoa! It is still a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, thank you. Part of the reason I was like dedicating myself to streaming more was because I got a subscriber. My friend, my IRL friend, subscribed for 6 months. Because he's like, well, it was at a discount. It was the cost of a carton of cigarettes. And da 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 da. And I was like, that's so fucking cool of you. Thank you. I gotta make sure that I'm streaming. But again, it's saying, yeah, 4 month. It says 4 month subscriber, subbed for 4 months, tier 1. So that I think so because if you previously subscribed, it literally says previously subbed for 3 months, like Joey. Thank you guys. Yeah, I wonder if maybe, I don't know why it didn't pop up though. It popped up for me. Or popped up for Brown Bear. It's still saying I only have 1 subscriber. Which actually, I know my friend is sleeping right now, but I don't want to forget. Okay, so this is, maybe he canceled and that's okay too. Cool. Babe, I totally get it. I totally get it. I get it. I think about that every day. Where I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I'm not doing enough. Not doing enough. I'm so busy Friday through Monday that I like don't want to give up my other 3 days of the week, my Tuesday through Thursday, where I make my appointments and I clean my house and I do what I gotta do those 3 days. I don't want to give them up to a job. I was gonna go back to school. They're totally fucking me on the school thing. So I'm like, all right, let's just not count on that. Let's just kind of commit to the fact that I'm not going back in January. It's not happening. They fucked it up for me. A lot of shit kind of fucked it up. Never heard back from FAFSA. Never. I went to an appointment and they're like, for some reason we don't have your transcripts. I'm like, what? I sent them. And if I go on your website, it says that progress has been made on my degree. So obviously you got them. And they're like, oh, we can't find them. We'll get back to you. It's been almost 3 weeks. They never got back to me. So school's out the window. So I'm like, the fuck am I gonna do? Yeah, I totally get it. Like, I get it. I do not make enough money. I do not make enough money. I spend everything I make. It fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. But one of my super cool, beautiful, friendly neighbors, I give her readings once in a while. And I don't charge her much. Sometimes I don't, well, I guess I sometimes don't charge her at all, but I'm really like, whatever. We're all going through it, and that's my friend. So if anybody ever came to me and needed to strike a deal, do a barter, like she'll make me food, stuff like that. I'm always open to the barter system, always have been. But, she's been kind of unemployed for a while. So I know that she can't pay like what I would charge at the shop, right? So I charge her a lot less and then I always hook her up. She loves my readings. It's not, I shouldn't even say she loves my readings. She gives me the updates. That's what's cool about reading for your friends and family is that you do get the updates because sometimes, like I obviously read for mostly strangers. And some people, like at the shop, our return customers will come back and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember what was going on, da 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 da. But typically, I don't get an update. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear back. They don't have my number. They can't just like, oh my God, Billy, guess what? This happened and this happened. But people in my life, my IRL people that get readings, they do give me updates. I get people addicted to that shit. They're like, oh my God, I gotta what? Just today, somebody had asked me because they want to do a birthday reading. They get a birthday reading like every year, and it's awesome. It's like, oh, thank you so much. And I asked them, hey, what about this update? No, I totally get it. I don't know what that's what I was saying is like, oh, I want to go to school because I'm so out of options in a way. And I know that I am a really good server. Don't get me wrong. I'm the best fucking server you will ever have. Although I don't take shit. I'm not gonna lie. I will snark back at snarky people. But even if I had regulars at this sushi spot I was working at, it went out of business. So sad. I was just talking to my boss today, the one that owned it. We're gonna link up. He's cool as fuck. There were regulars that I had that were not good tippers. And when I say not good tippers, I mean like they'd have 2 full meals, appetizers, dessert, beverages, not like drinks, alcohol, or anything. So they weren't like super expensive, but to just like add on to the tab. And I don't think they ever tipped me more than $3, right? And the thing is, I get it. I get it. You should not have to pay my fucking wages. You shouldn't have to pay my wages. It should be on the restaurant to pay servers a livable wage. It is not the diner's fault, right? The person dining, not diner like restaurant. It is not their fault that I'm not getting paid. It should never be on them. It is not fair to like have the expectation that you are responsible for me getting paid, especially because it's such an arbitrary system. 20% standard, right? don't get me wrong, I still do it. I still tip 20%. If I know you, I'll probably tip more. If I really like the service, I'll tip more, da da da. But it is whack as fuck that we do that. It's so whack. The restaurants should be fully responsible for paying their employees. It is the only industry, really. Oh my ripper. But whatever. And like, okay, my job, I also don't get paid. It's up to the person to pay me, right? So it's really crazy that the restaurant doesn't have to pay us, but you also really can't make better money. So I knew these people were never going to tip me more than $3, and I was always fucking nice to them. I remembered things about them. I gave them the best service that I could, and it would be a little gut wrenching at the end of the night where I'd be like, "Damn, I tried so hard, still got nothing." And at one point, pretty sure, chick, because it was a couple, and I'm pretty sure she was pregnant at one point, and I was so happy for them, but I was also like, I hope you can afford a baby, because that sucks. But yeah, I never really let it affect me. Again, sometimes it sucks, and if it's like I was working at this bar, and it was like a venue, and there was one show people were not tipping left and right. There was one night a couple people didn't tip, some people didn't tip that good, but they had good attitudes, good energy, really friendly, really nice people. So I didn't care. I was like, again, I don't let it show, but there was one night pretty much no one was tipping. They were being fucking assholes. They were sneaking bottles in the bar and like smoking and throwing fucking liquid. I got covered in liquid that night, and I was getting pissed off. Because the thing is, if you're gonna bring in bottles and smoke and shit, you're supposed to be paying me off. It's a bribe. If you're not bribing me, what's in it for me, right? If you get busted, you know what I'm saying? Because we did 18 and up shows. So you're bringing a bottle in here, and you're fucking smoking in here, and I got minors in here. Then fuck you. You need to pay me for that. Like that's not cool. You can't not be throwing money at the person in charge, right? Like it was so dumb. It was so dumb. But in that night I had a bad fucking attitude, and I pretty much quit my job after that. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely like under tipped people when the service is super shitty and they don't care. Like, yo, listen, get a different fucking job that's maybe not customer facing, or you have to remember stuff. You know what I mean? Like, here's my money. It's never happened at like a nice place. It's always like at fucking Coney Island or something where it's like, they tip you 15% instead of 20, and you were shitty to me and like got my order wrong and did nothing to fix it, and like you weren't nice. Like I'm not just gonna be like 20%. It's because in a way you gotta learn. But they don't, because like I don't learn from the opposite experience, giving really good customer service and getting everything right and doing it to the nines and still only getting a 10% or less tip, right? You don't really learn. You just think of that person that way. So it's very rare that that happens. But sometimes, I'll be honest, when I go places and it's like carry out stuff for food, or like even coffee shops and shit, like I am not tipping you 20% for one drink. I can't. I literally can't. Like, it's bad enough I'm buying this coffee or this food, and you're not actually serving me. You're literally standing in one spot, right? Like, if I pay cash, I'll leave my change. If it's on the card, I'll leave $1. Like, I I can't do all that. Like, it's gotten so out of control. And I was working at a coffee shop where I was getting paid $17 an hour. So it's like y'all are not even making the $3 that the servers are making. You're making like 5 times as much. And other coffee shops maybe only $10, but they're still getting tips from other people. But it's like, I'm sorry, you're charging me $8 for the coffee. You're not getting a $2 tip. Like, I can't. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. So, yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But if it's like a good price, I'll be like, here you go. Or if it's like people I know, sure, tip a little more, but it's fucking crazy out here what people expect of us, the consumer. Especially when it is like a cash register cook situation where it's like, no. You guys are definitely getting paid hourly. Like, you're not living off these tips. They're paying you to work register and they're paying you to cook. There's no way they're paying you less than $15 an hour. Like, that's fucking crazy, right? Like, I'm still gonna tip. It's just not gonna be as much as if I was dining, you know? But the 20% rule is so crazy because, like, I will admit, when you're in a more upscale restaurant, the food's more expensive, right? So 20% of that tip is a lot more than if you go to like the local Coney or a diner or whatever. But they're doing the exact same amount of work. So why are they entitled to so much more? Because it's a percentage, right? Like, if my bill is $20 or if it's $200, but I got the same amount of food, they made the same amount of trips to my table, they both took my order, they both brought me refills, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pretty fucked up system. It's a fucked up system. And it's not fair, right? But those high scale, high end places really do have like the best service because they only take like very professional servers, you know? I totally get that. And they are working for their money, and they also have to tip out busboys. They have to tip out bartenders. They might have to tip out, I had to tip out my sushi chef. Fuck you, you're getting paid over $20 an hour and you want my change? Fuck you. Worst rule ever. Like, you literally are getting paid and you want a cut of mine when I'm not getting paid. Like, that shit was so fucked up to me. Like, no, why am I paying you? Plus, people tip them directly sometimes. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Stay off my fucking shit, dude. That is so crazy. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Totally get that. It is crazy. It sucks, but it is, I want people to get paid, but also like I'm hardly getting paid. But like tonight, we went to our spot. My friend owns this place and we become friends with the people who work there. So like, yeah, I'm gonna tip my dude over 20%. Of course I am. Of course I am. Like, he's there all night talking to me. We're showing each other videos. We're having a good time. It's fucking slow in there. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna tip over 20%. Especially like the less I spend, the more I can tip. There's this one Coney Island diner place that everyone I know just absolutely loves. We go there all the time. And the service is 10 out of 10, impeccable every time, no matter who's waiting on you. It's like they all have the same fucking personality. And they are the happiest people on the fucking planet. I swear to you. They are always in such a good mood, has the best vibes. Like, I am not exaggerating when I say it is the best service you will get anywhere. Fuck that upscale shit. Doesn't even fucking matter compared to this place that I'm talking about. The best service. And like I said, I've had probably every server that works there. They're all amazing. They are all so amazing. I'm like, you guys must really be, you gals, must really be well taken care of at this restaurant. Like, you really must be well taken care of because ain't no way that every time I go in there, everyone's in a good mood. Everybody works together. Everybody's super friendly, super nice, smiling, laughing, having a good time. I worked with some of the shittiest, meanest people when I worked at a Coney Island. I also worked for a crackhead. So it's environment for sure. But this is why I'm like, y'all are definitely like getting taken care of. And so, yeah, I'm going to give you way more than 20%. Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure it pays off. I'm so sure it pays off because I know every time I go in there and anybody I've ever gone in there with, we always are like, give them more. Let me add to the tip. Let me throw on that. Let's give them at least 25, 30%. Like, amazing. Amazing. And like, I'm not trying to have such high standards, but as a server, my standards do go up a little bit. Where it's like, if you fucking suck at this job, I don't want you making so much money that you never quit. I think you should get a different job. But if you are so exceptional at this job and you literally do better, I know, literally, they make it like the most insufferable workplaces and it totally shows. But if you are even better server than I am, like, take all my fucking money. You deserve it. You literally deserve every dime. Because what are the odds that all these girls are always in a good mood every day, or they literally just like put it on, right? But it legit seems like they are happy to be at work. It's crazy. Like, none of it feels phony or fake. Because if I'm having a bad day, I'll put the really fake shit on. I try to be real. I mean, when I'm serving and stuff, I will get to a point where I'm talking to customers like the way that I'm talking to you right now. I start off like, hey, so nice to see you here. And we get a little more real with each other. We break it down a little bit, break down the barriers, melt the ice. And they get a hoot and a holler out of it. They still love my personality, just like y'all love my personality, right? But if I am having a bad day, it is plastered smile, high pitched voice, like just totally faking it to the point where I would think it's obvious. And one wrong thing, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm having such a bad day. I'm having a hard time putting it together. And most people will empathize or sympathize, you know. But it's crazy. You can tell that these women are not faking it. It's the most bizarre. And I will tell you where I'm talking about Brown Bear, just not on here. I should definitely promote them, but again, I'm a little more vague when it comes to Twitch, even though if you found my Instagram, you would know where I'm at all the time. So it's whatever, but yeah. Tipping is wrong. Tipping is fucking wrong. But we were talking about jobs and making money and stuff, and that's kind of why I went on that tangent, because I don't want to be a server ever again. I literally do not want to do it ever again. I'm so spent on that shit. And like, bartending's cool to an extent, but I also never want to do that shit again. I'm a dive bar bartender. I don't make cocktails. I didn't even know the difference between a Manhattan and an old fashioned for a long time. And honestly, there was one night I said that on Snapchat. I was like, I don't even know the difference between a Manhattan and an old fashioned. Somebody literally ordered an old fashioned that night. So I had to figure out the difference real quick. And I don't remember. That is not my scene, not my swag. It's just not. I do not care. I love a fancy cocktail. I love ordering these crazy drinks from the bar. But no, I'm not trying to be the one to make them. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm so, like, not my thing. And I was talking about this last night when I was talking to no one. The only times in my life I've been really fucking drunk and alcoholic was when I was working at the bar. Because it would be like, oh, working hard, working late, somebody's offering you a shot, let's take a shot. Then you and your girls kind of want to take a shot, we'll take a shot. But now somebody's offering you a shot, let's take a shot. Oh, this person's going to drive me home, I'll get my car tomorrow, I'll take a shot. You're just drunk at work. Next day, it's my day off. Let's go to the bar. Let's be the ones to get waited on. It's our turn now. I was drunk every fucking day. For months at a time. However, like, the bar jobs never really lasted for me because it was too much, you know? So, can't do it. I drink on the job. Serving job, can't even think of the time that I did. But working in a bar, drunk. So I just never want to do it again. Even if I'm not drunk, I'm drinking. Period. I don't give a fuck, you got a camera on me. Okay, what are you gonna do? You wanna come up here and work my shift? Go for it. I don't care. You know? I'm sure if it was a place that really mattered, or, you know, was expensive or was worth the job and not these fucking country ass dive bars that I've worked in, it'd be a lot different. But I'm just saying, this is whatever to me, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Don't care. So bar jobs never really work out. Serving, pretty cool. Again, I'm not just gonna start drinking when I'm serving. That's kind of crazy. But bartending, I know I literally have alcohol in my hands. So I wouldn't really consider myself an alcoholic, but it comes out when I'm bartending. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Literally every time that I have quit or lost a bartending job, I didn't drink for months after. Did not care. I have gone years where I drink like here and there, once a month, special occasions, holidays, and that would be it. And that would literally like get drunk on Christmas type shit. And that was it. Like I'm kind of in a drinking phase right now. Like I had 2 drinks after work. Yesterday I had 2 drinks with dinner. Friday I went out and had a few drinks at karaoke type shit. Um, but it's because I quit. I used to be a weed smoker. I quit smoking weed, so now it's like my vice: smoking cigarettes, smoking, drinking. You know. But I don't really care for it, and even though I don't drink that much, and in no way is it out of control, I still kind of want to quit because I'm like, I think it's affecting me long term more than I realize. We talked about this last week when I was streaming too, where it's like I just never feel motivation. I'm always like kind of tired. I have really crazy hours again. I was like a morning person for a minute there, and I'm starting to slip into like night owl, which is just going to lead to nocturnal, you know? I was up till 5 in the morning twice last week. That is crazy. Like by myself, right? I love wine. I've been a total wino at points in my life. Absolutely. Dapacote, Risperidone, and a bottle of Cabaret. Like literally the whole bottle. Yeah, it fucks with your sleep. And like I said, it's just like the motivation. I have no motivation and no energy, like ever. And I don't think that I'm just perpetually hungover. I think it's because it's a depressant that it's literally bringing me down, bringing me down, bringing me down, bringing me down. And I'm just down a lot until I start drinking. And then I feel better. And then I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. It's not really that extreme because I also get really happy and in a good mood when I'm spending time with someone. Yeah, yeah, so crazy. And one of the nights I streamed for like 4 hours. And so, of course, I was up until 5. The stream ended at like 4 in the morning, and then I'm in bed and I'm watching my fucking paranormal show on YouTube. It's called Hellier. It's pretty cool. I'm on season 2, but I keep falling asleep during it. Um, so, I was up till 5, whatever. But there was another night I was just fucking up. I was just up. Doing what? I couldn't even tell you. So, actually, I was on the phone. My sibs were over, and I did have a couple drinks with my sis. And then they left kind of late, and then I was like in the middle of doing laundry. And then I talked to my friend on night shift for probably till almost 4 in the morning, actually. So, like, yeah, I wasn't doing, it was like being with someone. So I guess I wasn't alone either one of those nights. But yeah, I stayed up till 5 a.m. twice last week. That was crazy. But yeah, I think overall, like, even though I don't drink that much and I'm not directly hungover every day, I just think it's adding up because I've drank more in the last 2 years than I have since working at a bar almost 10 years ago, right? Like, I worked at this bar for fucking 3 months, probably, in 2018. And that's when I was like drinking every day, drunk pretty much all the time. Um, and since then, I have not really drank hardly at all until the last 2 years, you know? For sure. For sure. I get that too. Yeah, I know. Like, I used to feel pretty good, like, all the time. Like, I still get the bad periods and stuff. Like, if you're day one, we've gone in on that topic. We don't need to revisit right now. But for sure, it fucked me up. It would fuck me up, and I'd get really depressed and really low, and I did not need alcohol to make me feel that way. And I would get the highs when I'd be off or follicular or whatever. But I don't get the highs anymore, and I know that's probably a good thing, right? To not be manic and to not have mood swings. But I'll tell you, man, never being up sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I would almost rather, well, I don't know. I wouldn't rather be crazy. But it's very hard to never be up. Straight up. To never be up is it's hard. Um, yeah. And I would never want to go back to like being as extreme or as broken or upset or have the same mood swings that I used to have. But I'll tell you, I would like to be up once in a while. And it's so crazy because there was one day that I was like not feeling good, and I was texting my friend in Colorado being like, I'm so fucking down today. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit on the couch. I got so much stuff to do and I just don't want to do it, and I don't know what's wrong with me, and I just can't. And then I went outside, hung out with my neighbor for 5 minutes. Bam, hyperactivity. Just like totally good mood, having a good time, being fun. And it was like, holy shit, I've become dependent on people. And I used to never be that way. I used to just like, if I was alone, I would talk to spirit. I would pray or meditate, or I would channel that energy into art, and I would like do things and write stuff down and really get into it. And now if I'm literally not around a person or talking to a person, I am like blank. Like I got nothing going on. But the second I'm around people, like it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know. It's weird. And I do not have a social battery. I don't get when people are like, oh God, I'm just so drained, that social interact. Like, what? Like, I literally, that's great to hear, Joey. Like, I'm really, really glad to hear it. Um, Sometimes when I'm in my period, I'm still low energy around people. And like when I was with my girls Friday, they're like, what is wrong? What is wrong? And it's like, damn it, I told you I was on a fucking rag. Chill out. I don't want everybody to know. But it's more like deer in headlights, not along, but I still got up and did karaoke. You know what I mean? So, whatever. But I remember there was one weekend, it was my niece's birthday party. And then I think I think it was just like I was there for 12 hours from morning to night, pretty sure. And then the next day, I had 2 Easters to go to or something. And so I was basically with people for 48 hours straight. And maybe this was Christmas. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It's like this any holiday, anytime anything's going on. I went to 3 parties in 2 days. I got home and I called my best friend. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Fuck? Oh shit, I gotta roll ads, you guys. Sorry, we'll get back to this in a second. I gotta roll ads. Be back in 3 minutes. Use your time wisely. Go to the bathroom, get some water, have a little snack, take a load, something. But yeah, we'll be back in 3 minutes. My bad. Hello, we are back. Not so bad, not so bad. I texted my bestie and plugged my phones in and stretched a little bit on break. What'd y'all do? It's fun. So is there any particular reason you're feeling the Dahmer bullshit, or do you think it's random? But we were talking about right before the break, I do not have a social battery. I do not have a social limit. That's okay, yeah. Social limit. At all. I literally could just spend an infinite amount of time with people. Like, it's wild. It's wild. I don't know how I got that way or why I'm like this. But yeah, so when people are like, I don't really want to, I'm so spent socially, I'm like, God damn, bring it. I'll go instead. Like, come on, give it to me. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. I could just go, 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 go. I will admit though, there's different feelings. So like if I'm out in public, I don't know, I still tend to have a lot of fun. But sometimes I might not be like hyper enjoying it or anything, but having a good time. And sometimes classes. Sometimes there's like a need for fulfillment, and if I get a social interaction that doesn't fulfill that need, it's hard to like not want to keep being social because you're like searching for that fill and that need. Um, oh yeah, for sure. Well, I'm sorry about your friend. No matter how long ago it was, it still sucks. My friend passed away a few years ago, and his birthday is November 4th. And I held it together all day long, but it got to be the end of the day, and I was like, you know what? I can't just pretend like this didn't happen. So I poured myself a whiskey, because that was his drink of choice. Whiskey and margaritas were his two favorite drinks, and I wasn't about to make myself a margarita. So I made a whiskey, and I put on this playlist that I made when he died. And it starts off kind of fun and some really funny. Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Put on this playlist, right? And it's like super funny. Like I put Shots on there by LMFAO and some other fun songs, but it just like gets increasingly depressing and emotional as the playlist goes on. And there were many points where I was like crying because I was like, I definitely knew what I was doing when I made this playlist because holy shit, that was rough. But I was like, I'm not going to bed until I finish it, you know? Sat on my porch for hours. I mean, this playlist is like over 50 songs. It's very long. So I was sitting on the porch for most of it. And I was like, all right, I'm a little chilly. And I came back inside and I got in bed. And I was very determined to like make art that day. He was an artist and he was so good about using whatever materials or mediums that he had. And he was big on like recycled art and painting on cardboard and reusing his pizza boxes when he worked at pizza place, and he was just very inspiring in that way. And we used to do that stuff together. And one of the last times I painted was on a piece of cardboard, and I painted the mountains. And he loved the mountains. He lived in the mountains. He also died in the mountains. And so it wasn't like for or about him, but at the same time, it was directly inspired by him. And that was in August that I did that painting. Of course. Well, because sometimes you just have to do the things to remind yourself of them and honor them, even if it is sad. Like I said, I cried. Like I didn't care. I reached out to some of our mutuals. Not some. I think it was just some of our mutuals. Shared songs with people who didn't know him, but I was like, this is a really good song. I haven't heard it in so long because I probably haven't listened to it since I made that playlist 4 years ago. you know? It's crazy because every time he was in town, we would get Mexican food and we would get margaritas, and he literally died on Cinco de Mayo. I was like, well, if that ain't something, I guess I'm gonna get Mexican food and margaritas every single May 5th for the rest of my fucking life. Oh, funny. So funny. He was just a trickster like that, you know? But it was really sad. And I think I took it so hard that I took it upon myself to like try to embody him too much when he first passed, and no one really talks to me. Like none of his friends or family really kept in touch, even though I tried. I reached out, I offered my services and just over talked, you know, and now they don't really like me anymore. And I get it, but also what they don't seem to get is that we were pretty much the same person, but he's a boy and I'm a girl. And for them to like love and idealize him so much, but then feel no connection or even goodwill towards me was very telling of who they were and how they truly perceived him. 1111111. And that's okay. I'm not trying to like air that kind of drama on here. I know I didn't really say who it was, but whatever. And they might disagree. I don't think they'll be watching this because again, they don't fuck with me, so I know they're not gonna watch this. But for them to like I said, they just like have such a disdain for me. Hey Dre. And not him is so fake, you know? It's just fake to me. Or it's like we're literally the same fucking person. Like how can you discriminate so harsh against me and not him? You know, like I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't want to go down that road. I am a hugger. People remember my hugs, which is I don't think it's creepy, and I don't think they're bullshitting me. I'm a very deep person. Hug back. Hugs. And I get to know people really well, and I'm a tarot reader. You know, I'm a psychic or whatever, a soul searcher even, I would say. So I give hugs just like you would expect. And people have told me years later, I still think about that hug. It felt like I was being hugged by the dad I never knew, or it was the hug that I've always needed. They'll be like, oh my God, I remember your hugs. I have to get a hug from you. Like it's, again, I don't think it's creepy. It's almost a little weird. It's a little uncanny, but I embrace it. And I'm like, oh my God, so glad that meant something to you, because I do love hugs and I do love to share energy. And it's funny too, because in my line of work, some people are very selfish with their energy, and I think that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing if that's how they feel. No, you're not interrupting. Oh, okay. Hug. Second. Did you get it? I was actually picturing us hugging, so I hope you felt it. And it's funny because Dre, I don't know what you look like. So when I was like sending you a hug, I couldn't picture it, like I couldn't visualize it, but I know what Crash looks like. And I know what Joey looks like. Hugs. I'm about the hugs. But I think that my line of work is literally sharing energy. Good. Oh, good. Good. I got a visual for a person when you said that, but I wouldn't know if it was your description. Okay, don't take this the wrong way. I literally don't know anything about you. I don't know why this popped in my head. And this could even match the description of someone who passed on, because we are talking about this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm really glad. I don't know like if you got notified or whatever, but I am glad that you came, and I know we haven't talked in a long time, and I can be a bitch at times. Um, I do remember you getting a little fucking wild, but I don't care. It's been long enough. Taking a break. It's good to have you back. But Dre, the visual I got, let's put it this way. Coraline, the movie. The character, Wybie. If Wybie was a young adult human, that was what I got. So I don't know if that description fits anyone. I love Coraline. I love Coraline. And I totally understand like Neil Gaiman is trash. I do kind of remember that. Yeah, I think you brought it up like when we met IRL. Um, it's okay. I do not. Well, Crash made a Discord, but oh, I don't have Discord. I really want to get into it. I've tried though, and I just like I'm not that fucking good at it. But I'd be willing to try again. I would like to try again. I think it's a great community builder, even though it is Microsoft. Love YB. Dude, I saw a thread, a Coraline thread, of people being like, oh, I knew, because it was like the characters next to the voice actors. Like they had the little, because it's claymation or whatever you would call, I don't know what you would call it, but they had like, oh, so you're not the YB, maybe it's somebody else. You have YB energy. Let's put it that way. You have YB energy. They had the little characters next to the voice actors, and people in the comments. I'm sure you're beautiful. People in the comments were like, "I knew YB was black. I just couldn't prove it," and something always told me that YB was black. Blah blah blah. I'm like, he's right there. What are you literally talking about? His grandma also right there. What are you literally talking about? Like I thought that was one of the weirdest threads I've ever seen. Was like, you're really didn't get that? Like it's not supposed to be ambiguous. It's not supposed to be subtle. He's literally just black. Like I don't know. And as a white woman, why am I clocking that before apparently everyone else? So crazy to me. It was like, how do you not? Oh, cool. I've been told I have a rainbow aura. Multiple times, actually. A sparkly, silvery type aura. So maybe that's why it's like flipping. Um, okay. I probably have a Discord account still. I don't know. They may delete them after being inactive. And I gotta decide if I'm gonna put it on my laptop. I think putting it on my phone might actually be better because I might use it more. Um, there you go. There you go. There you go. That's why it's white. I'm white. Does it remember that? Unseasoned. I am white. What is it? I don't remember. Caucasian. I don't know. Thank you. Salt. I don't know what you're asking, if that's like the white thing or what, but salt. I literally had a margarita earlier today. Me, salt, bestie, sugar. Period. Like, true. True. We actually were talking about this the other night. I don't think you were there. Um, I've never isolated MSG, so I have nothing against it, but nothing for it at the same time. Don't really know much about it. Um, we were talking about, yeah, no, literally carrying around salt. We were literally talking about carrying around salt and having it just on hand all the time to like help protect ourselves. Like, that's so weird. And it's almost like I'm being reminded to get the damn salt. Get the salt. I have salt, but I don't want to take it out of the kitchen. I gotta get my own supply of salt. Put it in my car. Not a bad idea. The winter is approaching, so yeah. I don't think MSG is bad. I think it's people's racism that's bad. You know, there's nothing really actually wrong with MSG. But like I said, I've never had it like isolated, so I wouldn't know the taste and I wouldn't recognize the flavor and I wouldn't know if it was in a dish. So like I don't have like feelings about MSG in that way where it's like, no, I've never cooked with it. I know I've eaten food with it in there, but you know. I like that point. That's a good point. That is a good point. Sweat and tears. I like it. Whew. I thought I was warm enough to take my sweater off, but I am realizing I am not. That's what I mean. Like, I know I eat MSG food. I got nothing against it. I just don't really know what it is necessarily. Before I put my sweater back on, I should hold OBS up so I can see what I'm doing. I want to show you all this shirt. Okay, showing off the skirt a little bit. Okay, it's big. It used to be a lot bigger, but I'm bigger. So cute, right? And then you gotta see the back too. Which I admit would be a little bit harder. It's bears parachuting. It's pretty damn cute. I got it in the parking lot of a Grateful Dead show. I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. I also got the necklace that night. It was the Dead and Co. Okay, not a Grateful Dead show. I'm not that old. Thanks, but yeah. Right? That was actually part of the reason that I put the ring light on a rainbow setting. Oh, I never heard that. Why? Same reason we drink alcohol, I guess. Or eat mushrooms or whatever. But yeah, I felt like such a fucking hippie today. And I had this rainbow ass shirt on that I was like, Grateful Dead vibes. We're gonna go with the rainbow ring light. True. Who said goodnight, Emmis? Gonna hit the hay, y'all. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for chatting it up. Thanks for being honest. Best of luck. Happy birthday. Hope to see you again soon. I stream very sporadically, but we're trying to get into it regularly, so great having you. Okay, I see your point, but also I love that shit. I love heat, hot. Gimme. Totally about it. Totally about it. Yeah, I love it. Love it. I don't think I've ever eaten like a straight up Reaper pepper, but I've had like Reaper hot sauce, and it'll burn. It's hard. It won't go away. And I'm like, give me more. My cousin always has like the hottest hot sauce in her house. And every time I'm there, I'm like, what can I eat that I can put this fucking hot sauce on? She gets Lebanex. I think it's called Lebamex brand because it's owned by a woman who's Lebanese and Mexican. So she kind of draws inspiration. Thank you. She draws inspiration from her two sides, her heritages. Sounds like a made up word, heritages. Heritages. I don't know. Either way, she draws inspiration from them, and that's why it's called Lebamex. And it is some of the best hot sauce I've ever eaten. But they have a Carolina Reaper hot sauce, and like I said, I just look for things to eat with it. I put it on everything. My niece was like, "You want a breakfast burrito?" I'm like, "You know it," because I Oh, hell no. That sucks. That's crazy. That is crazy. I've never had any of the hot ones, hot sauces. I heard it's fake, but I really have no backup to that claim. It's just what I heard. Um, yeah, so I am not gonna lie, I was at the bar. I was trying not to drink, but my bartender knows me so well that he was like already making me drink when I walked in. And then my bestie ordered another drink, and he already started my glass for my drink, and I was like, damn, okay, I guess I'll do it. So I had two. Fair enough. No, that makes total sense. But I was like, do you have any coffee? Like, can I just drink coffee? And I drank almost an entire pot of coffee. Like, there was one other person in the bar who also wanted coffee, which is like crazy that they made a pot for me, and then somebody came in and ordered it. So random. So I drank like almost a pot of coffee. And on my way home, I was feeling tired. I had a long drive. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm kind of tired. How is that possible? And then when I got here, I was like chilling, and was like, fuck, I'm kind of tired. I don't know if I'm gonna stream. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Now that I'm going, I'm like, I'm glad I streamed because I had a lot of coffee. And I'm not gonna lie, caffeine doesn't really do much for me, but I think if I have enough of it, I'll feel the effects a little bit. And sometimes you can't feel it in your mind or your eyes, but you feel it in your chest, in your stomach, and stuff like that. So, yeah. But I was like, I'll just stream for an hour, it'll be chill. I don't want to be up too late. I gotta get up in the morning. But in this moment, I'm like, I'm not sure if I could sleep. That's not good. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Crazy. Um, yeah. You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my god, like it's getting late. I wasn't gonna be up this long. I wasn't gonna stream this long. But at the same time, I'm like motor mouthing it. I'm like, yeah, I guess I did have a lot of coffee. I could maybe go to sleep. I don't know. And I thought maybe we would do some tarot tonight. Kind of pick up where we left off last week because I didn't really do tarot last night. I just pulled out my new deck. It's not much. It's not really a tarot deck. It's not even really an oracle deck. It's a mushroom deck, and it's really there to teach you about mushrooms. And they just have like a little tagline of wisdom at the bottom of each card, um, which I think would make for a good discussion. I don't think I'll be using them at work at all. I do have a fairy deck that I recommend to people who love the fae. So maybe I would pair it with the fairy deck. But yeah, I think that just the way that I am, I would be able to really interpret and talk about the card more with one line. Like I'd go into a full discussion about it. Last night I drew too many, so I was just kind of reading them. But I was like, oh, I definitely could elaborate on that. It's funny how I just said, oh, I'm so awake, I had so much coffee, and instantly I'm like, not as awake as I thought I was. But I think we should try to make it to at least 2 hours. Just to say we fucking did it. Stream for an hour last night, stream for 2 hours tonight. You know, fuck it. But then I should try to sleep because I do have to get up and actually have a real day tomorrow. Because that's the thing, is like, I stayed up till 5 a.m. twice, 3 a.m. all the other nights. And I have an alarm that goes off at the same time every morning with a 30-minute snooze on it because I don't always need to get up for any reason. So if I want to snooze, I'll snooze. Snoozing for 5 minutes, dumb. Snoozing for 15 minutes, okay. Snoozing for 30 minutes, actually worth it and getting more sleep. So I hit that snooze button. And this whole week, I've snoozed very late. Very fucking late. Very late. Where I'm like, dude, just turn the fucking alarm off at some point, right? And just like let yourself get up naturally when the fuck you want to. Like, duh. Whatever though. It's crazy. But yeah, I literally started reading this box with it's a candle and it has writing on the box, and I don't remember what we were just talking about. Oh, sleeping. That's hilarious. Yeah. So, you know, been sleeping in really late. I hate alarms, and I just was like trying to wake up at a regular time in the morning every day, even when I didn't have anything going on. Sometimes I'll wake up a minute before my alarm goes off and I'll still snooze. And it's like, girl, you naturally got up. Just wake the fuck up. But I have like an attachment to sleeping. Yep. And that's another thing is sometimes I'd literally rather be sleeping. I wake up and I'm like, nope, I want to sleep. And I think that is like a sign of depression almost. To be like, I'd rather be sleeping. That's really not great, especially if I'm not really tired. But I like to get a full 8 hours. I function better. They say women need like 8 to 10 hours of sleep, whereas men need like 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And I like to get my 8. And if I don't get my 8 or I break it up, it's not good. It's not good. The snoozing doesn't really do anything. It's just a comfort thing, you know? Yeah, no, I totally get it. Totally get it. Like a freaking koala bear, like a fucking cat or something. It's funny because I was looking at my hashtags and I have had like a hashtag talk nerdy to me. Yeah, it's fucking cold where I am. Where are you at? I'm coming over. It's not cold where you're at. Where are you at? Yeah, it's fucking cold here. Hell yeah, it's cold. You missed that whole conversation earlier. We talked about how cold it is out here where we're at. Yeah. Oh, I wish it was still hot here. It makes me so sad that it gets cold. I totally get it, yeah. I know, right? Like this fucking guy. Um, or girl. I actually don't know. But, oh, the other day it was like, we cannot take it easy. We're cold. And we're only getting colder. Winter has not even technically begun. You take it easy. Take it easy. Lay out in the sun. Enjoy the hot weather with the cool breeze. Think of us. Okay. Amazing. The other day it was probably like 60 and it rained. And I walked outside and I was like, Oh my God, it smells like spring. I know, same. Um, it was such a depressing moment because there was this brief second where I was like, wow, spring is here. It's like, girl, we gotta get through all of winter, all of it, the whole thing. Again, hasn't even really started yet. Fuck. And there was this moment I legitimately believed it was spring because it smelled that good out. I was like, yeah, that's spring for sure. It was not spring. It was not spring. But it's just a reminder of how exciting spring is going to be. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a wonder. It's going to be. Yeah. No, it's not better. It's cold. It's only going to get colder. We're happy for you, though. It's like that little kid meme. Congratulations. Happy for you. That's how we feel. Is it cold where you are? Imagining Osama. Is it cold where you are? I'm gonna piss this bitch off. It's actually so hot here. I'm just kidding. I obviously don't really know who you are, so I shouldn't do impressions of you. Especially not making you some evil Powerpuff Girl villain. I know. I know, right? That's so funny. We know, you had no ill intents. We know. Much respect. We're just jealous. That's why we're taking it hard. We're jealous. Look on and I gotta stay high all the time. Heard that at the bar. Okay? And it reminds me of my family because there was one point like my niece, one of my nieces was like 9 years old with a baby, and like everyone in the house just loved that song. Then go find it. We do not feel bad for you. No, I get it though. I think that if I honestly, I did live in LA, in Northern California, and it was nice when I lived in Northern California through a winter. It didn't really get much below 50 degrees, but it rained a lot. And it was kind of nice where it was like chilly, wear a jacket, and in the summertime it gets to be like super hot, like 110 degrees on average hot. So it is nice to like have a break from that constant heat without it getting to be below 50. Like it was kind of perfect weather. The raininess made it feel a lot colder, you know? But it was bizarre being in LA and it's like Halloween and I'm wearing shorts and shit. No, it's not. Yeah, that's because it's chemicals, bro. Of course it smells bad. Yeah, well, climate change is pretty real. I'm fucking glad winter's not as cold as it used to be, but I know it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? The only thing that can make the pain stop is the acid raindrops or whatever the people in the stairs said. West LA connection. I don't know. That's, you know what I'm talking about? The acid raindrops. Whatever. Yeah. So, cool. Yeah, I think that like real scientific people probably do get excited at the glass table. I think that real hardcore scientists do get excited at the prospect of us going extinct because they know that it would be better for the rest of the planet and literally all other species. So I'm not rooting for it, but I don't blame them. You know, like it's a pretty real take to think, well, damn. Well, damn. So, yeah. Um, and I don't know if we will, but I don't know. I think we have to be more concerned about nuclear fallout. I'm in the US. If you couldn't tell by the accent. Um, so north of the equator, yeah. Not as far north as it goes, but yeah. Um, so we have 20 minutes until we need to take an ad break. But low key, I kind of want some berries. I know I got some berries sitting in the kitchen right now, and I kind of want to go get them. Kind of need to use the bathroom. Kind of don't want to yet because I feel like I've just gone so many fucking times today. But I drank a lot of coffee. I drank a liquid IV this morning. Um, I wish they weren't so expensive so I could drink one every day. I should just buy some bulk electrolytes. That would be the solution. Well, I'm thinking about going to grab them, but I think I'll roll that ads then. I think that'd be nice. Yeah, really. I heard that you're not supposed to eat like 4 hours before you go to bed because then your brain is using power to process the food in your system. And it's supposed to be focused on shutting down and sleeping. So I'm hoping like berries are light enough because like I ate dinner really early compared to how late I'm staying up right now, where I can tell I'm starting to get hungry, and the longer that I do this and the more that I'm on, the hungrier I'm gonna get. I don't want to eat too close before bed. So I'm hoping berries will just kind of be the vibe. Be the vibe. Be the vibe. Cool. Perfect. I haven't been drinking enough water, dude. I'll get a coconut water pretty frequently, you know, to kind of like hydrate, rehydrate. Hey, Domino. What are we up to? Nothing. Really. We're just chatting. You couldn't be more excited. We haven't done any tarot. We haven't even tried to do tarot. We are just chatting. As you can see from the tag, got the Kurt Cobain sweater with the fireplace on. Candle is really hot to the touch. Candle is lit. The smell of coffee. Love it. Sitting on the couch. Drinking water. I thought about making tea. I have that on my Finch list to make a cup of tea every night because I have a bunch of tea that I try to get through. And it's all happening. It's like relaxing, high in antioxidants, good way to wind down. So I try to have tea every night. So I was gonna make tea for the stream, but I was like, damn, I drank so much coffee that I felt like I should just focus on drinking water. But yeah, I do try to drink tea every day, but then I've gone at least a week without drinking it. I wasn't home last weekend, and so I didn't have tea like while I was. What is Nana? I've never heard of that. What is it? I could Google it, or you could tell me. I was gone all weekend last weekend, so I didn't have tea like while I was staying at other people's houses, you know. And me and my bestie have this habit of like when we hang out, we drink like a whole pot or two of decaf, and so I got really into like coffee, you know, instead of tea. So yeah, I haven't had tea in like probably over a week. Not this past weekend, but the one before. So I haven't had tea in like over a week. I haven't even like bothered because it felt like it's so crazy because I will literally commit stuff to my routine. And like I said, I put it on my Finch list, so I remember to do it, and I get my little gemstones for doing it and all this stuff. And I will do it for every day for weeks on end. Maybe like an exception here and there. Go right back to it. Like sometimes I take weekends off of stuff. Like I'll be up late, coming home at 2, 3 in the morning, being at the neighbor's house, being at somewhere, you know? And so it's like, okay, it's late. I don't really want tea. I'm going to bed. So I'll like take weekends off, but all week long, I'll have that tea. Once a week, I'll do my face mask. Every day, I'll work out. And again, on the weekends, sometimes it's like I gotta get up and go, and I don't have time to work out. But I get really consistent with habits and then stop. Stop. Just completely stop. And it's so annoying because they say it takes like 21 days to build a habit. I'll do it for 21 days. I still don't build a habit. It's so annoying. And like I said, I have it on my Finch list, so I'm reminded every day to do it. It's not like I forgot. It's not like, it's just weird. Like I literally, like, it's so easy for me to slip out of a habit. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, Sensei, you got it. Whatever. It's all right. We can switch if we want to. But when you think about it, there's still way more viewers on just chatting, and it's only a handful of people watching me. Um, it's funny because I think tonight the tea chose me, and I rejected the tea because like I said, I was like, "Oh, I should make a cup of tea for the stream," and then I didn't. So I was like, "Bitch, drink some fucking water." But I feel like only black tea is really dehydrating, right? I feel like I drink a lot of green tea at night. I know it has some caffeine. But what I'm trying to do is get through my old stash of tea because my bestie, when I say bestie, I am referring to so many different people, by the way. This is the third different person that I've referred to as bestie tonight. So don't assume when I say bestie that I'm talking about the same person over and over again. I've referenced maybe 4 different people as bestie tonight alone. So my bestie sent me a ton of tea. And I'm like so excited to drink the tea she sent me. But what I'm trying to do is get through my old stash. Get through like the stuff that I've had for a while before I get into the stuff that she sent me. Also, yeah, we've been spilling tea all night. But you didn't tell me what Nana was. Oh wait, sorry, you're both red on here. That was 2 different people. Oh, I guess Plover's orange, Osama's red, but they looked the same when I was scrolling. Um, what's warped on me? I don't know. So anyway, um, yeah. Berries and tea, berries and tea. I'm a little land of berries and tea. I was rushing so bad to get ready for work today that I stopped putting rings on. I usually have them all 4 fingers. It's just how I'm comfortable, especially my line of work. It just feels right. It's almost like protection for my fingers as I shuffle cards. Just how I feel, you know? And I was just running late. I ended up being 5 minutes late, so it wasn't a big deal. and I didn't have anything going on. So it was just really funny. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even finish putting my rings on. God damn. Okay. Um, okay. Clover mode activated. Not what I asked, but interesting enough. Thank you for sharing. Isn't Taoism spelled with a T, or are we talking about two different things? Or is it like a language thing? Yeah, I've always loved the yin yang because I'm a 90s kid. You're from the 70s, but I'm a 90s bitch. I love it. I got this at a con actually, a horror convention. I asked what Gorta means. I don't know what you meant by that. And you're like, a plover? And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I kind of thought it was like a name or something. That's why I was thinking it was a language thing, you know. I don't know. Because you're Australian, mate. Water. That's hilarious that I didn't get that at all. That's really funny. I wonder what Dom would think of my Australian accent. But I don't know if I could do one just on the spot. I also don't think it's like that good. Like I don't get a lot of practice in. Water. I don't know. Okay. What can I say in an Australian accent? It's already too British. I also only ever remember meeting one Australian one time in LA 10 years ago. And I was like, do you want to get married? And she's like, I'm trying to marry this other guy. I'm like, whatever. Dom, not critical. I can't. It's so British. Um, oh my god. I went down to the bottle to get some babbies for this Arvo. I went down to down no no went down to the bottle to get some babbies. Babbies. I always just imagine like a fucking Outback Steakhouse. Yeah. I love Killian Murphy. I was watching like every Killian Murphy movie on Tubi for a minute. Uh, Obsessed with him. Highly recommend Breakfast on Pluto. One of the best movies I've literally ever seen. Thanks. But our Aussie friend is right here and he does not approve. Okay, so let's just be real. Good eye, mate. That was I know I've brought this up before, but there was this game Henry, and it was like an electronic match game. So you had like a button board. They were like just soft buttons, and they would light up, and they'd scramble, and you'd like click one, and you'd have to match it to the other one that made the same sound. And then like once you match the two sounds, the board would light up, and you took turns as players. And so the goal was to like get five in a row or whatever. One of the best games ever. I fucking love Henry. I love that game. Wish I still had it. Don't know what happened to it. But um, one of the sounds in Henry was "Good eye, mate." But that's literally what it sounded like. Like I'm not even trying to do it. Like I'm impersonating Henry, not you know. Let's. I want to see if I could comes up when you search Henry. Lots of stuff. Okay, not the fucking game. Henry. There it is. $50 for a pre-owned Henry on eBay. $120 for a pre-owned Henry on eBay. So they don't make it anymore. Damn. I want one so bad. Oh, you only have to get 4 in a row, not 5. Oh, perfect. There's a video. I'll link you guys so you see what the fuck I'm talking about. Good night, mate. There you go. Oh shit, that link maybe didn't work because it was too long. Let me see if I can get more succinct. Shit. Let me see. This is Henry. 19, yeah, it's saying I reached the limit, so I don't know if the link is working for y'all. It's just taking you to Google. That's weird. It's supposed to be a YouTube video, not a Google search. Why is it the Google link? It's supposed to be, I clicked to YouTube. It's supposed to be YouTube.
So it's very easy to do. Simply turn on, hit the start button here to get it going, hit the Henry button at the top. When it's your turn, the computer will go automatically on its own. When it starts, the system will scramble them up. Now, it might be good if I turned it on. All right, I'm looking for a piano. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Definitely want to remember where the stuff is.
Oh my god.
That's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Let's get out of here.
Or that. Okay. There's that.
Let's get out of here.
Talk
Oh,
about
crap.
vocal sims.
Anybody remember where the cat is? I sure don't. Oh, hey, no lucky.
She got one.
After that, you just take your turn, and that's all there is to it.
Okay.
So we'll catch you for another nostalgic time coming up. Don't forget, Dumb Disaster to Excel, 19.
Yeah, I don't know. Could you guys hear that? Yeah, because they don't make them anymore. Did you hear the video? There was an alien sound. That was dumb. How the fuck old are you? What do you mean before your time? Are you that young? I thought you were only a couple years younger than me. I'm tripping. Are you serious, bro? Dom's a fucking baby. Dude, I want Henry so bad. $80, $55. $25. Not what's the catch? Not working. Got it. Okay. 4 parts or repair. Not working. $100. Holy shit, that's so crazy. Oh my god, it's so good though. I love Henry. Love Henry. Wish we still had it. Might be in storage somewhere. Dom is 10. Yeah. 28. You're a lot younger than me than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. If you're honestly only 28, we have some years between us. I didn't realize that. However, how is Henry before your time? That is your time. Damn, dude. For fuck's sake. You're like as old as Henry. You were born in 1996 ish, maybe 97. Came out in 1996. They should definitely make that game, but they would make it like a weird high-tech digital version, and I would hate it. I want Henry. Maybe it just wasn't in Australia. Did you ever think of that? Good night, mate. Happy birthday! That was one of the sounds. And then there was one that sounded like an alien. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Yeah. Hell yeah, I had Bop It. Yeah, don't even say that. It's not funny. I for sure had Bop It, and then we had. I don't think we ever. I didn't really get into Bop It Extreme. That was like too much for me. Bop It was fun. I had a Furby for sure. I had Furbies. I had a Love Love. My sister got me a Love Love for Christmas once. It was so cute. It had twins. Yeah. We should get back into Bop It. They still make Bop It though. You can still get a fucking Bop It for sure. I don't know why Henry went out of style, but Bop It didn't. Yeah, it seems like they only make Bop It Extreme. It's weird they have one listed for $82, but you can literally buy it new for like $20. Dude, I would go so hard on a Bop It right now. I should get a Bop It. Let's break phone addiction by bringing back real games. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Yeah. We should for sure get a Bop It. I want a Bop It so bad. We kept all these fucking games for a really long time, but then like we had to empty the house we had that no one like lived in anymore, and we just still had it, and everybody kind of moved off, and we went through it, and I think that's when we lost a lot of it. $20 for a used Bop It. Cause I don't want the extreme shit. I don't need all that extra flick it, spin it, whatever. I never got into that. I just want the OG Bop It. Really varying prices, dude. You can get a brand new one for $10 at Target, but of course it's like the new style. You can get some of the originals on eBay for $20, but some people are selling them for like 70. It's weird. It's like, why are they all so different? Maybe the cheap ones don't work, like with Henry. Wait, you can still get the vintage style one for $20 at Target, but we are boycotting Target. So, oh wait, it's small. Why is it small? That's fucking stupid. It says, oh yeah, it's literally like mini for $20. Fuck you. Yeah, see, fuck you, Target. Sorry I even clicked on your stupid fucking website. World's smallest Bop It. Why are they only selling small ones? That is bizarre as fuck. Kohl's has them too. I don't want a mini Bop It. I want a full size fucking Bop It. Dummy. What the fuck's the point of the tiny ones? You can carry it around with you everywhere you go. Bratz Bop It. Okay. Why the fuck did they even make this? That is so funny. $16. Untested. Why would it be untested, you fucking dumbass? I try to be a good person, but sometimes I'm just not. Okay, sorry. I'll get back to the chat. I was just scrolling. All right. Whoa, I missed a lot. Okay. Bop-it. This is the big leads. Yeah, screw you. Yeah, we had Operation. It's funny, we live in 3 different countries and we all had the same games. Is it tested though? Tested works. Okay, maybe I'll get that. I don't really love the clear version. That looks weird. That's not the right font. It's not the right logo. Is that like the Canadian version? Because that's not what Bop It's supposed to look like. Beggars can't be choosers though. Simon. It's not that good of a game to me. It was alright. Yeah, for sure. Everybody had Legos as children. Hot Wheels was cool. Bionicle I never got into. Oh shit, that's so funny that you brought up Simon. I didn't see the chat. I was just like, I clicked that link that Crash sent and it pulled up Simon in the results. That's really funny. Okay. Or wait, did you say that because I said it? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Simon wasn't bad, but no, what is that? Ew. What? The fuck is that? Yeah, that's weird, right? Weird. Weird. Really fucking weird. Here, I'll send you. This is what we had. This is Bop It. Oops. Why are the links that I'm sending like so long that you can't even? Okay, it seemed to have worked on my end, so I don't know if it'll work on your end. That is our Bop It. Bop It. Twist it. Pull it. I'm gonna make one of my friends play Bop It with me without the Bop It. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. They're gonna shout a command, and I'm gonna have to go Bop It, pull it, and twist it without the fucking game. I'm gonna make somebody do it for me. Twist it, pull it. I was gonna tell you guys to do it, but there's a delay in the chat, so it really wouldn't work. It would have to be somebody literally like yelling in my face. But I'm gonna do it until I get my hands on Bop It. Because I don't think I'm getting a Henry, man. I just don't think I can. Yeah, that'd be the one. That'd be the one. I can afford a $20 Bop It. I don't think I should spend $100 on a Henry. Just saying. Oh shit, you guys, we gotta roll the ads. Or they're gonna start auto rolling. They may have already rolled. Let me know. Let's go. I'm gonna get my berries. And I'll be back. Hey Kay, we are back. How's it going? Got my fucking berries. They're actually huge. Probably GMO, right? I don't know. It's so funny. I used to be so weird about eating on camera. I'd be like, pay me. But now I'm like, I don't even give a shit. I'm not trying to make money like that. There is this show that I watched. I can't remember if I finished it or not. Are you eating crawfish? Guess what this is? Crawfish! So many good moments. I should get into mukbang. I'm just kidding. I really don't want to do that. Done. Berries smashed. But yeah, there's this game or a show. I don't want berries just to drip on the carpet or anything. There was a show that I used to watch. It's like a cartoon, and it's like I feel like berry just flung out of my mouth. But god damn it, I don't know where it went. Not good. Oh shit. That's bad. I swear I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Shit, y'all. I might have to be right back. I would be devastated if I stained this shirt. Berries on the loose. Okay, hold on. Okay, we had like a spray remover in the kitchen for the past like 2 weeks. And now it's gone. I don't know where it is. It's probably with the laundry, but I didn't want to like spend too much time looking in this moment. So I hit it with a little Dawn. I don't know. I would be devastated if I stained the shirt, a little shirt, even though I accidentally have stuck it in the dryer and you can tell it's like cracking, which sucks. So I'd love to like replace it anyways, but I don't know if I can. It might be kind of a one of a kind deal. And honestly, now that I really look at it, only the clouds are cracking. Some of the details on the bears, some of the parachutes, but it's not like the whole thing. But yeah, I didn't put this in the dryer for the first like 3 years I had it, and then one time threw it in. Oh, God, devastated. I kept it in such good condition. But anyway, I watched this show, and the main characters were Barry, Twig, Rocco or Rocky and Leaf. But I can't remember what the show was called, and I wonder if I could find it. It was such a funny show. It was definitely like a kid's show, but kind of like Adventure Time, where it's for like an older kid, you know, like, I don't know. Mary, Twig, Rock. Nope. Show. Nothing. Mm. Yeah. The Mighty Ones. Yeah, it's Rocky apparently. Roxy. Roxy. Berry, Twig, Leaf, and Roxy. And they're literally a berry, a leaf, a twig, and a rock. And it is such a good show. Like it's such a good fucking show. I love this show. But like I said, I don't remember if I finished it. I think it was still airing. When I watched it, it's 4 seasons. Only 50% of users liked the show. It's got a 6.6 on IMDb. That's lame as fuck. It's a great show. Tell you that. Love this show. Janina Van Gavankar. She's in True Blood. She's in it. She plays a minor-ish character. I don't recognize the name. Hulu and Peacock. Oh yeah, it's off air. It was only out for 2 years. 40 episodes. It's great. I don't know why people didn't like it. I thought it was awesome. It's DreamWorks, so no wonder it's fucking good. So I probably did see the whole series, but I don't remember like how it ended, and I don't even really remember any episodes specifically. There's a few things I remember, but I would totally rewatch that, like no doubt. Okay, let's see. No way. Why would you pay that much for a fucking hoodie, bro? I don't know what the Black Phone Movies is. I want to see the hoodie. Oh, by the way, 2 hours, 22 minutes, 2 viewers. Really big of me to admit out loud that there's only two viewers right now, but two, and I caught it like right before it turned into 2. What the hell? It's horror? Why would you bring that up? We're talking about kids' cartoons right now. Are you 6'5"? I'm amazed by that. I don't know why I didn't realize you're that tall. Guess I've never seen you standing. Never seen a full body shot. That's fucking crazy. I have one friend that's like 6'7". My cousin is 6 feet as a woman. Her ex was like 6'3". Nuts. That's wild. I had so many random songs stuck in my head that I can't even be mad that I have that Telflow song. That's okay. You basically got some custom shit. Stay cold makes no sense. Hoodies keep you warm. Yeah, that's so you. That is for sure. Did you get a free tote bag on your first order? Because they're offering me a free tote bag on my first order. You should model for them. Get free stuff. I gotta not forget to get this stain out of my shirt. Spend my days locked in a haze, trying to forget you, babe. You're gone and oh shit, is it almost 3 in the morning? God damn, it's almost 3 in the morning. We should wrap it up. So, definitely not doing tarot tonight. Even though that would probably put me way the fuck to sleep. I know, and I totally can understand how I streamed until 5 or 6 in the morning every night. Makes total sense. That I would stay up. I feel like streaming will make me nocturnal again. And then it'll be even harder to find a job. Because I'd have to work at night, but not too late. But not too early, but not too late, you know. Fuck. Totally could become nocturnal again. Totally. Easy. My God. My ex had a really crazy schedule, and that was part of the reason why I would stay up all night and stream, was because of that. Yeah, you're right, we gotta get the hopes up, positive attitude, belief in ourselves and in our world. It was also like living with people. You have to stream when they're sleeping. But then it was just convenient. My ex would work 2 night shifts and 2 morning shifts. So when he would be at work, I would stream the whole time so that we could go to bed together. And when he wasn't at work, I would let him sleep without disturbing him by streaming the whole time he was sleeping. And then once he got up for work, I would stop streaming. He worked 4 days a week. And then like on his off days, sometimes we'd spend time together and I wouldn't stream. But if he like had other plans or just wanted to go to bed or was doing studying and stuff, like I would just stream. If he wanted to just watch YouTube or do his own thing, if he wanted to sleep and I didn't, you know. Yeah. And my crowd is at night. And I know that part of it is like people are from all over the world and they are in different time zones and stuff. But also a lot of us are just nocturnal like that. So once you build up that audience, like again, living with someone, you have to stream when they're sleeping. And being on his schedule, it made it really easy to keep that time. And then, yeah, when we broke up, I just kept doing it and staying up all night. It's wild. I'd stay up all night and I still wouldn't really sleep in that late usually. It's like really weird. There would be some nights where if I was like doing a lot of channeling, I'd sleep in. But I don't know, tarot, I feel like it used to exhaust me more, but also was doing a lot. But I could have back to back readings at work and still go and socialize and it not really bother me that much. So it's interesting because it comes with experience. I don't know. But no, it's kind of crazy that 9 is a little too early. Nine's a little too early. I have started at 9 plenty of times, and it's usually dead until 10, sometimes 11. So sometimes if I start at 9 and nobody comes on there for an hour or two, like I don't keep streaming. 11 is low key the sweet spot. Like 10 is ideal for me to start, but 11 tends to be when it gets popping. So that's like last night. Actually, I think I started at like midnight last night. But I only streamed for an hour. It's just hit and miss every night, you know. But yeah, I've tried like 4 p.m. streams. Nothing really. 6 p.m. People don't really show up. Yeah, my ring's on the glass table, probably. Was I doing that? Probably that. Was it that? That's actually hilarious. That's so funny. We'll record it so that your beehead can make that sound. So I shared my music with a friend of mine that's a musician. And she was like, wow, you have a really great voice. And I was like, thank you so much. It means a lot coming from someone who sings and makes music, right? And so after sharing my music with her, I decided to listen to a few tracks. And I'll tell you what, I make horror movie music. Fucking shit is creepy and distorted and terrifying, quite frankly. Not every track, but a lot of them. Yeah. Pretty freaky shit. Some stuff's funny, like the whole rap EP I made, hilarious. I don't even listen to it, and I know it's funny because I wrote it to be funny. You know, I shouldn't say to be funny, but I feel like the lyrics that I wrote were very funny. The songs that I chose were pretty funny, you know, to cover. Is it though? I don't know. It's not. I never made good music. It's unfortunate, and I kind of wish that I had someone to work with. But like you were just saying, like it's hard to afford that, and I wouldn't even know where to start. Like all I do is sing, and I can write, you know, and come up with a melody, but I can't write the music that goes to the melody that I create. So it's also hard to convey what I want. So it'd be cool to have someone who just wanted to do a passion project with me, and we were like equal parts creative, you know? Interesting. Okay, yeah. I get that. But when we were doing this tapping, it reminded me of the cover I did Moribund the Burgermeister and how I literally layered so many sounds to thanks, but I'm not at the point of needing someone to produce it. You get what I mean? It's like, I need someone to make music, let alone produce it. Or I guess, I don't know, could do what I'm doing and then you could produce it. But I also have only ever used GarageBand and Audacity to record music. I made it pretty much all of it on GarageBand, which is why it doesn't sound that good. But Warp on the Burgermeister. Crazy, because the song itself is pretty complex, like the Peter Gabriel version. And I thought it was really cool that I went through and replicated each instrument and each sound of that song, which is why I thought of it, because we were doing the tapping and I made a joke about you putting that sound on your pad, where it reminded me of me doing that, where it was like, you know, whatever. There's no, it's not vocals in the song. I'm trying to picture and imagine the song. Yeah, it's like a harpsichord or something. Actually, I don't know why I just chose that random instrument. I don't think it's a harpsichord, but there's literally like some kind of synthy. It's probably like before the synth era. It was from 1968, probably 67, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I miss being creative enough to like go out on a limb to do that. You know, I'd have to listen back because I only listened to like very random choices of songs. I was like, this is not good, and it's also very creepy. But every song that I do is a cover. I made one album where I like rewrote the lyrics and covered the songs in different ways. Each one is like very different. And then I did like the EP. It's like 6 tracks that I did the same thing where it was covers. I changed the lyrics. And then I did like a whole album of just straight covers where I did not change the lyrics. And I did them all in very different ways. Like, again, Morb on the Burgermeister, I layered sounds. Songs to the Sirens, it's just a cappella. Fireworks, Animal Collective cover, I literally just recorded fireworks on 4th of July for like 5 minutes and then just sang over it, and that's the only music. I'd love to do that. Again, I'm not trying to tell someone what to do. And I think that we just discussed like how hard things are financially right now, but I'd be able to get you back in some way or someday. But I'm not looking to like boss somebody around on the front. I'm like looking for cooperation, as in like co-opting and like sharing and being a part of something. You know, like I'm not trying to be like, this is my music and I want it done this way. I really don't know what I'm fucking doing. And I honestly, like, oh my God, it was probably a year ago. It actually may have been 2 years ago. Now that I think about it, I could probably check, but I had like a list of songs I wanted to cover. And it fucking sucks. It probably was 2 years ago because one of the songs I wanted to cover was Oh Superman by Laurie Anderson, because I loved that song for so long. I fucking love that song. And in the time that I didn't cover it, I started it. I'll go on GarageBand right now and look. I was gonna do the same style that I did Morb on the Burgermeister, where I wanted to layer the sounds and make them all vocally. And I didn't really get that far. I may have even deleted it. It's not on here. Dream, peace, siren, dog days, still dancing. It's not on here. But this is just recents. How do I go to all? Browse? Nope, I think I deleted it because I didn't like it because it was just me going, ha, 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 ha. Oops, I'm downloading something. Yeah, so I have no proof that I was trying to do it. But yeah, I really wanted to cover Oh Superman, and then it went viral on TikTok, and I was like, I fucking can't. I can't. Yeah, so true. And that's another thing is, I always had over the ear headphones that I would work with for recording and listening to, like when I was making music, and I broke them, and they kind of only after a while sound only came out of one ear. So then I got like Bluetooth over the ear headphones, which isn't as true to sound as like, sorry, that was the wrong way to describe it. So I had over the ear headphones, and then they broke, and I got rest on the earbuds. So I like them for comfort and listening, but they're not true to sound because they sit on top of your ear and they don't encompass it or be inside of it. So you really can't use them for like, you would not get an accurate take of what the music sounds like using those. So I had those, and then again they stopped working. I think I got them wet at one point, and so the left one went out, and then the right one just eventually stopped working. So I tried to replace them by buying a random, very similar style off Amazon, and they worked maybe 3 times before they just beeped, 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 and just shut down because they weren't connecting to anything. Trash. I'm so pissed because I'm pretty sure I threw the box out right away because I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I want. No, they fucking suck. Um, so I really want to invest in some over the ear headphones again. And I have a converter for the aux cord that's in my car, and the aux cord itself doesn't work. Noticing a pattern. So I could use the adapter for some headphones that do plug in, but I'm thinking about getting Bluetooth over the ear headphones, even though it would be quite an investment. Oh, interesting. So you would not. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. But I think this laptop has a headphone jack because I was making music on it before, but it kind of looks like it doesn't. I don't want to move the laptop too much. Wait, is that a headphone? That's not a headphone jack. You know what? It might be my other computer, which is kind of like, oh wait, I think that's a headphone jack. Or is it? Yeah, that's a headphone jack. So, that's good to know. And I can just, if I want to use them for my phone, I can just use the converter plug-in. So that's good to know. Maybe I won't get Bluetooth headphones, and I'm glad you said something. I would literally buy the same headphones I had before, even though eventually they broke. I used to fucking get rage out though when I throw them around and I drop them all the time and I'd rip them off my head like by accident. And it's the thing, it's the one I was so resilient to getting Bluetooth, but then I was like, damn, for someone who hates Bluetooth, I really fucking fuck these up, or I rip it out of my phone and rip them off my head, and I'm like, oh my god, like by accident, where I just get caught on something, or I come up too quick, or whatever the case is. I fucked them up so bad that I think they were cheap headphones, but I think they would have lasted like a lot longer had I not done that. You know. So, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, exactly, exactly, and that's why I probably wouldn't invest in super expensive headphones that have a cord for that reason because I'm klutzy in that way. But we'll see. what happens. Yeah, I feel like if I wanted to get back into music, I would probably start with a cover again. Maybe. Okay. Features none. $100 headphones. That's funny. So they only come in black. Yep, actual color black. No options. What? Pink headphones. Duh. Duh. Sorry. I'm trying to be a brat. But I'm a brat. These only come in white or what? Want pink? Want pink? Yeah, I'll think about it. Gotta make some money, hustle it up. Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna see if they got pink. I'm just gonna Google Pink Beats headphones. Pink Beats headphones. Looks like, oh, what's this? eBay, $30. Are they nasty as fuck? Oh, I think they're Bluetooth. Wired on ear. No, it says wired, but there's no wired picture. Are they used? I'm confused. They gotta be used, right? Is that disgusting? It's not like it went in their ear. Tell me what you think. I want those. That's exactly what I'm looking for. $30 or best offer. They gotta be used, obviously. Oh yeah, it says it. Finally, I noticed this is used. Do they work? I want them bad, bro. I like this color too. I didn't mean to look at pre-owned headphones. Really didn't mean to. But great way to see. Great way to see if I like them. But yeah, I'm looking based on color. To be honest with you. These are 20. Oh, but they're red. I don't want red. I want pink. That's so funny. I don't care. Like I said, I think it'd be a great way to see if I like Beats. If I really like them or if they didn't last, I'd buy a new pair. But also capitalism. I'd rather buy stock shop at the thrift store. I think buying used would be better. But again, kind of gross. Like that was all up in someone's ear. Not in it, but like all over it. Like, okay, this doesn't really say what year they are. Top rated seller though. Yeah, I totally get why you would want. These don't say what year they are either. I don't really care though, to be honest with you. I might buy them. Might buy them. They don't even make hot pink beats anymore. I'm shallow. Like I literally am more concerned about the color than the headphones themselves. That's actually hilarious. And these are all wireless. And they're not the shade of pink. but they're all wireless. So I might have to buy them used, to be honest. I like JBL for my speaker. I have a JBL speaker. I do like JBL's speaker, so that would be cool. JBL. Headphones was the first thing that came up. Okay, not bad. These again are all Bluetooth. I feel like you're really not going to find many options. Headphones wired. Okay, Junior. Kids. $20 actually. Maybe I would do that. Check these babies out. So my Rock Papas were kids' headphones. That's kind of what I was trying to say, and I didn't. Is that I was using kids' headphones, and I loved them. They fit great. They worked for years, but like I said, I just fucked them up so bad. Ew, no, that's not what that's not. Sorry, I'm being shallow. Not the pink that I want. Built-in microphone. Whatever. I might go to Best Buy the next couple days here. Go check out some headphones. Oh my god, I love these, aesthetically speaking. Why is the link not opening? Open. Open! Okay, forget it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Best Buy. Actually, they probably don't sell wired headphones at Best Buy anymore. Okay. Yeah, I'm a brat. I'm a brat for sure. They need to be more pink. Okay. I was literally looking for the headphones I had because they were a gift. And I'm like searching and I see they're, like I said, they're Rock Papa. Rock Papa makes like decent headphones, but I realized like, huh, those look just like mine. Huh, those are literally kid headphones. And I loved them. They felt very comfortable. I fell asleep with them on. I'd wear them literally all the time. I fucking loved those headphones. That I honestly would not be opposed to buying kids' headphones again. Yo, you know what would be crazy if we made music on Twitch? Because they have a music category, but I actually don't know how we would do it. But it'd be crazy. Yeah, they're not probably like legit. They're not like Beats or JBL, but they're just regular ass people. I actually don't know that. They could be fucking weirdos for all I know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. I gotta get into Discord. I gotta decide what device I'm gonna put it on. Because, like I was saying earlier, like, on one hand, it makes sense to have it on my laptop because I like to work on a big screen. And there's a lot of components to Discord, as far as I understand. There's like the forums and the chat and the other stuff. Like, you don't stream on Discord, right? So I guess I don't really understand it. I couldn't get the hang of it. I didn't really understand what I was looking at or what the point of that was. That too, right. Yeah, we gotta work on that. But I'm also debating if like it would be better to have it on my phone so that I could not necessarily do it anywhere because I don't want to be like excessive or obsessive about it. But I feel like if I didn't go on my laptop that day, then I would not use Discord, right? So if it was on my phone, I would actually check it and participate with it more. You know, I have Twitch on my iPhone, which is my secondary Wi-Fi only phone. So I would maybe do it on there. I don't have notifications on any apps. I have notifications on calls and texts. That's it. And Duolingo. You can stream a Discord in the background and then use OBS to show the screen share in specific. Vice versa, right? Stream with OBS and have Discord in the background. Right? Because OBS is a streaming platform with video and microphone access. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So we'd have like our discussions up. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. And because you sent me the link on my main phone, I would maybe, I don't know. If this fills up with memory, it doesn't matter. And I don't care. And I have like years of stuff. Okay, didn't show her. My niece is my background and I just, I don't need this phone. It's old. You know, it's like an iPhone. I actually have no idea. I could probably find out what it is. But that's why I put all the random junk, like all my little games and stuff. Why am I on my neighbor's Wi-Fi right now? Whatever, I don't care. I'll figure it out tomorrow. The iPhone 6, iPhone SE, iOS 18.6.2. I don't know. Why is it saying that I have an iPhone 6? I really don't know. I know. We're totally going to make it to 3 hours. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I think at one point maybe I had an iPhone 6 that my Apple account was linked to. But now this one is an SE. So I don't know how old that is. Cool. All right. So in that case, yeah, it does only have a single. If we are trying to combine the Discord and the stream, then I would have to get Discord on the laptop in order to screen share, right? You can't like screen share across apps, as far as I know. And I have used OBS enough to know how to add a screen share. on there. So I think I could handle that much. I don't update it. It's always like, ready for update. And I've been told, like, your phone will stop working if you update it. So do not update. Got it. That's why I just download whatever the fuck I want on here. Play my stupid fucking games and shit. I gotta get back into Khan Academy, bro. That's how I should be wasting my time. Educating myself. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'll have to download Discord on my laptop, which I have like nothing on here. So honestly, I have the most memory and the most room on my laptop over either phone. So we'll try to make that happen. I love how this becomes like a call. Like it's always comes down to just us having a conversation in front of the whole world. And it's like a one-sided. It's not that bad. I take a lot of my pictures. My new phone is just about as good. My old Android, the phone I had before my new one, the iPhone pictures were significantly better. But my new phone, my new Android phone, the pictures are just as good as the old iPhone. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think they look good. I don't need anything super overdone or hyper realistic or anything. I can take live photos on it. It's whatever. Take videos. So yeah. I know, right? I'll send you some pictures. Actually, if you're on, I can't remember. Anything that's on my Instagram was shot with my iPhone, except for obviously like all the podcast stuff. So like this, I'm sending you something on Instagram, shot with my iPhone. I put a filter on it, but goddamn, I do a lot of podcast stuff. This is also shot with my iPhone. Yeah. Cute, dude. Now I'm just looking at old Instagram posts and I'm like, I'm adorable and I love myself. And I forget sometimes who I am in a way. It makes me forget who I am. Yeah. Very cute stuff. Very cute stuff. Tell you what. Okay, that's embarrassing. I'm literally on live, like looking at my own fucking shit. Yeah. Okay. Because they purposely downgrade the quality of your phone so that you're inclined to buy the next one. That's why. That's why. That's literally why. Because it's all a lie. But yeah, I think they take great pictures. But like I said, my Android is kind of like, my new Android is about as good as my old iPhone when it comes to pictures. But, all right, I could literally talk all night. Conversation flowing, interesting, important. But I gotta go to bed, and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to sleep, and I'm gonna be up until 5 in the morning. But I'm getting too hungry. Those berries didn't hold me over. But like I said, I try not to eat like 4 hours of sleeping, and I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep. I hope I sleep. I have a lot of coffee, and coffee doesn't really it doesn't seem like it affects me, but I had probably 6 cups today. So it might. It'll affect that much. I don't know. But yeah. Someone was making fun of me. I think it was in person. I can't remember who I was talking to. We were talking about coffee. And I was like, yeah, I've been drinking coffee since I was a kid. It wasn't until I was in my 20s that I realized kids don't drink coffee. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, like my first coffee was having a little teacup full of milk with a spoonful of coffee in it. And the ratio changed until I was drinking black coffee by the age of 12. I remember my first espresso. It was the Italian American Club, and we had a 9-course meal, and at the end of it, we had spumoni ice cream and espresso. I was in fifth or sixth grade. What do you mean? Of course, I've been drinking coffee since I was a kid. What? Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny, dude. So funny. 6? No, I was like 3 when we were drinking like milk. Definitely. Super funny. And again, the ratio just changed. We'd be like, no, I want more coffee. Less milk, more coffee, less milk, more coffee. Until it was no milk, no sugar, nothing. Yeah, I've been drinking coffee 30 years, like, and someone was very flabbergasted by that. They were like, your brain literally developed on coffee. I'm like, yeah, I always attributed that to how quick and smart that I was my whole life until the meds kind of changed it. I got Timmy's, babe. The fuck are you talking about? We got them. There's one down the street. Timmy Hoes. I knows. Trust me. I don't know about Tim Hortons. I honestly, since always, they're not everywhere. They're just where I'm at. I'm like the only American citizens that have the Timmy Hoes. Been drinking ice caps my whole life also. I always liked the English toffee one, the hot English toffee drink. I don't really drink hot coffee from places because I hear the plastic lids are really bad with the heat. But yeah, love an iced. I don't remember the last time I had an iced cap because I usually just get like an iced Americano or something when I go there. But yeah, we've always had them. Remember, we're close, really close. I've always preferred Tim Hortons to Dunkin' Donuts. But I have noticed, so I like Tim Hortons coffee better than Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but I like Dunkin' Donuts donuts better than Tim Hortons typically. I don't know. Tim Hortons is super hit and miss. And I feel like even though it's all the same stuff, maybe I'll try that sometime. I like, when they had the Oreo one, I don't know if they still do, but the Oreo one was like, so good. So good. I don't know. I feel like Tim Hortons went through a phase where it wasn't that good. But the last couple times I had it was pretty decent. I had an everything croissant. sign me the fuck up. So everything bagel is my favorite. Croissants are the best pastry. You're gonna give me an everything croissant? Alright, I'm sold. So, yeah. No, exactly. Thank you. I'm glad that you've noticed. I'm glad you've noticed because that's how I feel. Is like, damn, I used to like love and look forward to Tim Hortons and walk to them all the time anywhere and spend however much money I wanted buying that shit, and quality for sure went down. And so I feel like I said, Dunkin' Donuts are better. I haven't had Krispy Kreme in a long time, but I will never forget how good a Krispy Kreme donut is. Alright, I'm just gonna make myself hungry here. I gotta go. I gotta just pull a plug. I gotta go. So, thank you for being here. Thank you to the lurker who's observing our conversation quietly and not contributing but listening. I appreciate you too. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I already was getting hungry. I'm feeling it in my head. I don't feel like tired, but I think once I lay down, I'll pass out. So, hopefully. I should not have stayed up this late. I gotta go in the morning, and I have been not wanting to wake up at all lately. So, yeah, thank you so much. I'm old, so this is how we do hearts. If we had any other way, it would be this. But it's never... What the fuck even is that shit? This is so stupid. What are you doing with your fucking hands? This is right there. It's so easy. This is a little weird. But this, really? This? Why? Why? Oh, good. Yeah, we got a 4-hour stream, a 1-hour stream, and a 3-hour stream. In the last week, I've streamed for 8 hours. We are so fucking dead! La, 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 la. I do gotta get better at the tech stuff, though. I want to, like, make the stream look prettier, and... I don't know. I miss Twitch Studio Beta so bad, but I literally was the only person who used it. No doubt about that. Yeah, I want to take my hat off, but my hair is really greasy. You can't see it. It's embarrassing. You probably wouldn't be able to tell on camera, but it's a mess. So I'm going to go scratch the fuck out of my head, take all this jewelry off, get cozy. It is time. Thank you. Yeah, we're coming back. Coming back. Don't call it a comeback, no. Yeah. Just gotta keep trying things, doing things, getting out there, being us, doing us. So, love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. If you're watching the replay, if you have any advice about Twitch, about Discord, about music, about headphones, about anything that we've talked about tonight, how to do finger hearts or whatever, definitely like drop a comment, send a message. Oh my god, we gotta roll of pre-rolls. Okay, so instead of rolling ads, I'm gonna go. Perfect timing. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And see you next time, hopefully fucking soon. At the rate we're going, it will be. All right, good night and good luck and all that stuff.